Okay. Hello, collective. This is Tad for Artemis Oracle doing a reading for the collective, my collective, whoever happens to come across. I have subscriber mode on just to avoid unnecessary comments from unnecessary people. And so we're gonna get started. I brought a couple of love oracle decks. I have the Archangel Michael deck. Earlier today, I did a live stream and I used the Life Happens oracle deck. I'm trying to decide what I want to grab, what's calling to me. So I'm just gonna get the cards out of the boxes and just see. Hello, how are you? Okay. I'm not answering any questions. Sorry. So this is gonna be a collective reading. Sword and Light Oracle. I just want to see what messages. What messages? Make it for the collective. Let's see what cards I gravitate towards. So this is the love oracle cards. Then I have the Love Me Not oracle deck. The Sword of Light Oracle, and the What's the Gossip, and Tarot. I used the Life Happens deck earlier today. So, let's see. Let's see what comes out for the collective. I'll put them out because I have not decided what I wanted to use. Earlier today, I was messing around with, I said messing around, but I was playing around with spreads to see like different ways of reading. So I have two separate decks of tarot that I'm going to be using. Sorry, I'm not doing any personal readings. So no questions. Okay. I appreciate you being here, but you know, I'm not in the right energy to be reading questions for anybody. I'm gonna go into this deck. The Love Oracle cards. I'm gonna turn off the chat because I keep getting asked to ask questions, so I'm not answering any questions. So I'm gonna turn the chat off. Let's see. Okay, so no questions. Let's see what comes out for the collective with the Love Oracle cards. I'm from the US. Okay, there's a let go of the need for control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Third party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. And law of attraction. You have been manifesting this relationship. Everything you want will soon be yours. So I think I'm going to read this separately because the let go of the need for control, that could be for anybody. Not everybody is dealing with third-party situations, and I doubt anybody is wanting to attract third-party situations. I highly doubt that. I mean, some people get involved in those types of situations willingly, knowing someone is already in a relationship, but to each their own. Can't judge. But let's see. Let go of the need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And third-party situations always have to be, for the most part, third-party situations are notorious for people being involved with others who are in relationships, but it could be just things, it could be something that's interfering with the relationship. It does say other people, so I'm gonna include that. It doesn't have to be a romantic person, like a romantic third interest. It could be like family, it could be children, it could be work, colleagues, it could be the community, anything. But let's look at the let go of the need to control. Who needs to let go of the need to control? Excuse me. Who needs to let go of the need to control? I'm not fucking surprised that shit came out, quite honestly. We have a Queen of Cups energy. What else? I was using this card earlier, and the Queen of Cups, King of Cups came out, the Empress and the Emperor. So it's funny that it's not that funny that the King of Cups came out, and the fact that we are talking about love, we're doing a love reading, then the King of Cups, King of Emotions. We have Nine of Cups coming out. That's like being close. It's like being close to a wish fulfillment. And when it comes to emotions, love, it could be with family, it could be within a romantic relationship, but this is a love reading, so I am reading for romantic love. And the Page of Cups is holding the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups communicates emotions, communicates apologies, apologetically. So we have water sign energy, or it could just be somebody who embodies that energy. It could be a masculine figure or a feminine, it doesn't matter, but it is someone who needs to, it could be any sign. But the fact that we have the Page of Cups is like somebody, the Page of Cups is someone who is not as mature emotionally as the King of Cups, because the King of Cups has learned how to master their emotions. But the Page of Cups is learning how to do that. And sometimes when it comes to control, somebody may try to do different things to kind of get a situation to be at a place where they feel comfortable. Remember, children, they tend to, you know how children get their way, and the only way they know how, and it's by crying. I don't want to say children manipulate, but sometimes they could do a little bit of emotional manipulation. It may not be intentional, but it may be perceived in that way. Let's see. Let go of the need to control. So it's like, it's simple. So someone may be immature, maybe emotionally immature, maybe, I would say very sensitive too. And children tend to be very sensitive. And so somebody needs to learn how to control their own emotions, not let their emotions get control over them. Because if somebody is trying to control a situation and try to force it into something that they want, it's because they don't really feel safe or feel confident that it's going to turn out well, or it's going to end up being a wish fulfillment. So someone they may be letting their emotions get the better of them, and they need to get a control over that rather than trying to control a situation to make it more emotionally comfortable for them. And doing so is what's going to allow there to be some sort of emotional satisfaction, fulfillment, and whatever the connection is. Because remember, I am doing a love reading, and it says let go of the need to control, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So I don't know if somebody's trying to control the situation because their emotions are I guess they're letting their emotions control them, and in turn that's making them controlling, because they're trying to feel safe and secure or comfortable in whatever dynamic they're dealing with. Okay, so I'm going to read these separately because the third party situation, I feel like, is a separate matter. from these cards as a whole. Because, like I said, I don't know who the fuck is manifesting a third party situation. There are some crazy people out there, but I'm not trying to attract the crazy people, the delusional people. I'm looking for people on to join my channel who are emotionally secure or working their way towards that, because personally, that's something I'm working on as a HSP. I'm very sensitive. I'm a highly sensitive person, but part of that is coming from ego. So this is why it was a little bit easy for me to read this because I'm like, I know this story all too well, you know. So the third party situation, other people may be interfering with your relationship. Like I said, third party doesn't necessarily have to be there. There's a third masculine or a feminine energy that's trying to interfere with the relationship. It could be just family obligations, children, it could be work, it could be something else. So let's see. Third party situation. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and diminishing for potential. Can you tell us more about who this may resonate with? What is this? The Page of Swords. I don't know if somebody is aware that is learning or is observing that with the Page of Swords is learning some sort of truth that there is somebody else getting involved, that there may be somebody interfering with the relationship, and this may be causing somebody to become emotionally detached. This could be making someone feel sad, maybe wanting to drink their feelings away. With the Four of Cups showing up is someone who's detached. And I think it's because they learned something, they saw something, they became enlightened to something that was going on, that someone may be detaching because of that, emotionally detaching and soaking, licking their wounds. Let's see if tell us more about this third party situation. This is definitely something that has come to light because the moon, it was something that's been hidden or someone has been trying to hide, try to keep a secret, but somehow this is getting revealed, and this is causing someone to be not in the best emotional place, and someone may be considering walking away, having a new beginning, starting over because of this. Someone may be wanting to give up on a situation because they feel like the relationship isn't really thriving or is reaching its full potential because other things or other people are getting in the way of it. Now, if we take the part that it says other people may be interfering with this relationship, and let's connect it to the let go of the need to control, it could be somebody's controlling nature that could be the third party, and that may be what's causing someone to want to detach emotionally, because they're having some sort of realization about someone. It could be Cancer, Aries. We have the King of Cups, which is any water sign energy, and the Page of Cups. We have a lot of water here, but this is a mermaid deck, so we can't really talk too much about water, but we are doing a reading about love, and love is an emotion, So somebody definitely found out some sort of secret or is aware of something, and they may be wanting to start over and emotionally detached from something. And it could be tied to the controlling thing. Maybe somebody's controlling nature, maybe the interfering party, rather than it being a person, Okay, I had to turn the chat off because people kept asking me questions. And I'm not going to be doing questions anymore. And the reason why is because people only subscribe just to get a question and then they disappear like a fart in the wind. And I don't want users on my channel, So the people who are generous, who actually want to be a part of my channel and want to invest in me the same way I invest in my channel, those are the people I want. Not people who come by and want to subscribe just to get a question read and then they disappear. I'm not interested in those type of subscribers. I'm trying to find real people who, I'm trying to build a community with people who actually resonate with the messages I give, not people who want to be vampires. And if I offended anybody, I don't care. You know, because if you got offended, I must have hit a nerve, so it must be true. You know. So the law of attraction. So let's see. Let's find out, what is the collective attracting, manifesting? What type of relationship are they manifesting? A relationship that has an equal give and take when it comes to responsibility and burdens, because the Ten of Wands came out on the side. You know, it came out on the side. So this is indicating that somebody wants to be in an equally reciprocal relationship where the burden isn't solely on them, you know? And a relationship where there is coming together with family, friends, there's happy times, there's joy, there's peace, there's harmony, free of heartbreak, you know, healing from heartbreak, moving past heartbreak. Because we got the Three of Swords. So some of you may have experienced some sort of disappointing situation, and you're, like I said, like free of heartbreak. You may be in this process of healing. So you want to be in a relationship where, I mean, it's normal to experience disappointments and in relationships, because nobody is perfect. We could try to be as perfect as we can, but then that's too much of a burden, honestly, to pretend to be something we're not, and to always try to be perfect. You know, we're always going to make mistakes and stuff. But so maybe it's this too, where, you know, a relationship where if somebody does cause some sort of disappointment or sadness to someone, they do take accountability, they do their part, they try to make things right, try to heal the situation. You know, a partner who cares about their partner, essentially. And Ace of Cups, a relationship that like overflows with lots of love, lots of compassion, it's just an abundance of love. Anything else for this law of attraction relationship that the collective may be manifesting? Because some people there. Those are not the people I'm reading for, so don't even entertain that, Tanya. Okay. Tell us more about this law of attraction. Somebody who is a go-getter, who is very passionate, energetic, who's motivated, you know. Knight of Wands says fire sign energy. We've got Aquarius with the star, and the Knight of Wands is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. These two cards, they're a person that collaborates. Like I said, this equal reciprocity, this collaboration, this teamwork, this putting in the work, is working together. But then also being able to work out any conflict that may ensue with the Seven of Swords. You know, someone who lays, I want to say this, because the way that I want to say lays their cards out on the table, but because you see all the swords, and Seven of Swords is usually about, in the negative aspect, is someone who's lying, stealing, cheating, deceptive. But this is more so someone who, I mean, when you think about law of attraction and you have the Seven of Swords here, you're most likely are wanting someone who takes initiative with the Knight of Wands, and it's very honest. It's learned from the past, because, you know, before the Seven of Swords is the Six of Swords, and that's leaving conflict behind and going towards peace. But also learning, using the knowledge you have from the past to sort out any issues you may experience in your relationship. You know, so someone who will work with you, collaborate with you, you know, work together with you to keep the relationship in a happy, harmonious place as much as it can be. Because, you know, our partners are eventually going to disappoint us in some way or another, you know, and vice versa. We may disappoint them too. But it's a matter of how do you overcome those issues, those disappointments, those breakdowns of communication and stuff, you know. Lastly, the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune is about positive shift. Maybe you're wanting to attract somebody who you feel will be a part of positive changes you want to see in your life, and you'll be a part of the positive changes that they see in their own life. You work together, you overcome conflict, you move forward, you move past conflict. Because you're always bringing love into the situation. You're always acting with love. You're always bringing love rather than throwing gasoline on whatever troubles you may experience. You want somebody who's going to help you extinguish any fires that may come up within your relationship, or even anything else that may interfere with your relationship. You know how there's things that happen, you know. You want somebody that's going to help you, not hurt you. You know, they're going to help you, not hurt you. Not put you in your head. They're going to, yeah, the one that's going to not going to put you in your head. Not going to have you trapped in your mind, wondering anything, you know. They're never going to keep you guessing. Like I said, you will focus on the connection. You know, focus on working on the connection or giving to the connection. Being generous within the connection. With time, energy, with attention, focus. And also like being able to close out any cycles where basically you could be having a brand new beginning with them, you know. So the thing of the past is like the past, but you're going to be creating a new world, a new way of living, a new way of being with this person you're wanting to attract, that you're wanting to manifest in your life. So I'm going to end that reading there. Let me see something. I want to know something. To be honest, I was feeling very shitty and I was not going to come on, but I was like, I cannot. It's like I'm trying to transmute my energy in a more constructive way, you know, rather than feeling sad and depressed or whatever the fuck I'm feeling. Like right now, I'm like in that fuck them feelings moment. Okay. I'm not talking about my feelings. I'm like, whatever. I'll process it later. I already processed it. That's why I'm here. Actually, I already did. It's just, let's see. Three of Pentacles, yeah. When it comes to this situation, I mean, like for some of you, it could be that some of you are wanting to attract somebody, and the third party situation could be that some of you just need to be more go with the flow instead of trying to force, like trying to swim against the current. So that could be what this is. Like some of you could have like issues. I'll be honest, like I have that issue, you know. That's what when I said I'm not surprised. Because I know from experience that from me, when I find myself in this energy of wanting to control things, it's because I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure. I don't feel stable. So I feel like I have to do something in order to make, and this is not only with love, this is like in other areas of my life. And this is something that I struggled with for a long time. I could even go back to my teenage years because I definitely did not grow up in a stable, secure place. So this is like a battle that I am trying to overcome. I'm pretty sure I'm getting there. You know, it's just like, you know how it is. Like sometimes certain things just like trigger you. It's just a matter of those triggers not, you know, like little by little not being as, or causing me to be as reactive. So I'm getting there. So for some of you, you may have overcome this. Some of you may be needing to overcome this, you know, and I only shared this because I do tarot, I do oracle readings, but I'm not an expert. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything because I'm still learning. And whatever I learn, I share because I want to help, you know, because there could be somebody who needs to hear this, you know. See, right. Okay. So I want to go. I don't know if I want to use that deck because the Love Me, Love Me Not Oracle deck could be not the greatest. You know, you don't know what cards you're gonna get. Like I say, like some of these cards are like a box of chocolates. These decks are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. You know, you don't know if you're gonna get the caramel filled chocolate or you're gonna get the strawberry filled chocolate. And some of us don't like the fruit filling. Some of us don't like caramel. So like some of these cards, you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know if it's gonna be a sweet message or it's gonna be sour. But you know, let's see. Okay, can I get 3 cards for the collective? 3 cards for the collective. The Love Me, Love Me Not. What messages the collective need to know at this time? What message does the collective need to know at this time? Wow. I'm gonna shuffle like RZ, like Sis does. Sis, her channel is Chrome. She's a really great reader, and I love that she has a Substack articles, so you could learn about whatever transits are going on with the planets. She does like tarot cards, messages of the day, oracle messages of the day. So feel free to check out her channel. Chrome. It's at Chrome Dot. So, in case you look for her. Okay, we have 2 cards here. See, I'm going to shuffle like her, and I did not. 2 cards came out, but I'm going to take these 3, and then these 2 that come out, and then this one, that one that come out too. All right. So don't take this personally, but my heart belongs to someone else. So someone may be interested or feels like they belong with someone else. That may be for some of you. Conversation, I could talk to you for hours and hours. Conversation. So the blue cards, they have their meaning. I don't know, I forgot. Okay, red roses mean they're hot for you. Blue roses mean they're cold. This love oracle, yellow is friendship. So this is friendship. I could talk to you for hours. We got 3 cards here. I often wonder if you feel the same way. Okay. And then the 2 other cards that came out with this, and it says wondering with the red rose. So But these two messages is indicating that this is one-sided from these set of cards that came out, okay? The other one, I'm not really into you, but I do like the attention you give me. And I don't have feelings for you, but I don't want to hurt your feelings either. For some of you, you're definitely dealing with a one-sided situation where someone's just being polite, but they also like the attention that they give for you. So for some of you, this person could be a fucking user. I'm getting upset with this one because I'm not really into you, but I do like the attention you give me. That sounds like somebody who may be leading somebody on. And I don't have feelings for you, but I don't want to hurt your feelings either. Definitely that type of energy. And then this one, if you ask me, I will say no. As I told you, these cards, if you really knew me, you would know that we're not right together, incompatible. And I can't help but be interested in everything you do. I feel like this is all one message, honestly, like all this. Like this is so one-sided. There's one person, I think this could be like some of you maybe having a friend that you could talk to for hours and hours, but they're not interested in having anything with you. You know? Don't take this personally, but my heart belongs to someone else. I like the attention, but I don't want you. If you ask me to, I'll say no. If you really knew me, you knew we wouldn't be good together. I can't help but be interested. I feel like one-sided. There's one-sided. There's somebody who wonders if somebody feels the same way that they do, and be captivated. They're captivated by somebody and wonder if they're captivated by them. But the other person's like, yeah, I only see you as a friend. I like talking to you. I like the attention you give me, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. Because they may be interested in somebody else. Whoever this person is, they're a coward. I'm gonna say it point blank. Whoever this person is, they don't have the balls to be honest. It's sad that somebody has to ask, because they could just say no, or they could just let you know, I'm not interested, I like, this sucks, See, it's like one person's like no and the other person's yes. So it's like this is a one-sided relationship where someone is very much interested, captivated, fantasizing about the possibility, and the other person is just like taking advantage of the situation because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel good about themselves, maybe helps them with their ego, but they have no intention or interest in whoever is the one that is interested in wanting more, And the only reason why they could, the conversation, it could be this, right? I could talk to you for hours and hours. Yeah, you could talk for hours and hours. Yeah, but this is because the person's like, yeah, you're giving me hours and hours of energy, hours and hours of attention that makes me feel good about myself, even though I have no interest in you. And the thing is, the person knows because they said, if you ask me, I will say no. And if you really knew who I was, we won't be we're incompatible. So it's like this person knows that the other person is interested in this, but they're taking advantage of the situation because it makes them feel good about themselves. So let's find out who this shitty person is. I'm sorry, I'm judging, but it's my channel. I could do that. Okay, we're gonna find out who this is. I feel like this is the person that is the one that is like, I love talking to you. We could talk for hours and hours. But I feel like this is the neutral energy. That's the mutual energy, because yes, the person that's in love, who's enthralled, who's enamored, is talking to this person, but the person is like soaking up all this attention. That's horrible. Well, that's why karma exists. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. I want to know, who is this vampire? I'm gonna call the person a vampire. Who is this the person that's taking advantage of the situation? It could be a Virgo energy. Look at the Hermit. We got the Hermit coming out with Virgo. And the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. You know, I don't know if this person's already in a relationship already. They already have a family. This person could be already married or in a connection, because it says, but my heart belongs to someone else. Yeah, I feel like somebody may not know that someone's already in a relationship, already building or established, or building a relationship, or is trying to start a relationship, or is build a relationship, starting a new relationship with the intention of having the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Can you give more details about this person? The Emperor, this could be somebody who is a boss. It could be a fire sign energy. It could be an Aries. It doesn't have to be. It could be somebody who is a father figure. They could have children or a child. And I wonder, you know what I'm thinking? I wonder if this person is pining for an ex too. And it's like, well, I could take the attention I'm getting now because, you know, until I get the person that I truly want. We have the Nine of Swords coming out. I think this person, like I said, I do feel like this person knows that about the person that does have these feelings for them. And even possibly the fact that they may be causing them anxiety or stress, you know. And then Queen of Swords came out. The fact that this side has a lot of blue is indicating like this person does not fucking care. This person might, you know, I don't know how people, narcissists have hearts, right? They do, right? I think so. I mean, and we're not talking about anatomical hearts. We're talking about the sentimental. I care about people's hearts, you know, but I wonder this person just doesn't care that they may be harming or taking advantage of this person. But this person is not innocent either, you know, because maybe they're not seeing the signs, you know, they're not paying attention to the cues. Okay, who is this person that is in this unrequited love? Who is the unrequited lover? Because this sounds like unrequited love. Like it's like this person does not care. They want what they want, but they are not giving, but they don't want this person. So I can help or be interested in picking you through. Who is this person? So someone, Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Two of Wands. Whoever this person is that is unrequited love, Three of Wands, they may be thinking about the future. Maybe it feels like this person could be their soulmate. And has made some sort of efforts to try to establish something or get something going. Because we have this Three of Wands with the Six of Cups. This is like the soulmate energy. The Three of Wands is someone who's taken some sort of action and made it, because they were at a crossroads, they made some sort of action, and I guess they're waiting for, I mean, what else can you tell us about the person that's interested in this user? The High Priestess, it could be a Pisces energy. It could be someone who maybe very sensitive or intuitive. Intuition is not helping you this time around. Somebody that could be ignoring their intuition, you know, because someone who's experienced some sort of ending in the past with the world card, or is hoping that this person, because I have this on top of the Six of Cups, soulmate, like I don't like, this is someone who will complete them in some way. Let's see what else is the Two of Wands. Thank you for the likes, everyone. Two of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Somebody who is very optimistic and hopeful that they can build, establish something, grow something with this person. I don't know who it is. I don't know which side of this, if this is your story. I don't know whose story this is. I feel sad for this person. And I think it's because I found myself in this position before. And I think that's why I got angry. I'll be honest. Because I think I've been in this situation before, but it's like this. I don't know if this person. Let me see something. I have another tarot deck. I'll try to decide what to do next. Does this person intend to be honest? Intends to speak, tell the truth, or be clear to this person? You got the Magician. Whoever this person is, they're manipulating the situation. Yeah, because whoever this person is making them feel really good about themselves. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles. This person is like milking the situation because they like how it makes them feel. Oh, this card right here. The Knight of Swords came up though. The person's being manipulative. You know what I'm getting? I feel like the Magician is this person. So a Gemini energy, but it doesn't have to be a Gemini. This person is, well, it could be because we have the Queen of Swords and that's air sign energy. And then we have Virgo showing up with the Hermit card, and the Magician is Virgo and Gemini. So it could be earth sign or an air sign. It doesn't have to be. It's just the Virgo energy is earthy energy. It's solitary energy with the Hermit. With the Magician, someone who's manipulative in the worst sense. I feel like this person is manipulative because though they don't have any intention to be with this person that does have feelings, they are like taking advantage of the situation because it's making them feel good about themselves. And I feel like this person is somebody who is someone of value, someone who is worthy, and but is dealing with a manipulative person. But I feel like the with the Knight of Swords, I feel like this person is not going to tell the truth. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is going to figure it out on her own. Like something's going to come up. She's going to find out something. And that's what's going to give her that shocking realization, because I see the lightning there. You know, something's gonna come to light, and she's gonna find out. I say she because it's a her here, you know. So it could be a masculine energy, you know. It could. So I'm just saying it's her because of the Queen of Pentacles. But I feel like whoever this is, whoever is being manipulated, is going to find out something. I want to know, what is this person going to find out with the Knight of Swords? Because something's going to cause some sort of reaction. Look at the King of Wands. Somebody's fucking egotistical, selfish, narcissist, too. Only care about themselves. That this person may already be married. Star. And could be married to an Aquarius energy, or Aquarius or something. Or maybe trying to mend a relationship that they had with someone from the past. Or who could be an Aquarius energy. Someone that they have some sort of break with. And it could be any type of break. I'm so sorry. For me, I feel for this person because I know how that feels. I can't imagine being this person, because I can't imagine taking advantage of somebody just to make myself feel good. That's yucky. I don't know how anybody could do that. But you have to be some sort of selfish, egotistical, piece of shit person to do that. And regardless if you're masculine or feminine, I don't care. Like, whoever does this to make themselves feel good at the expense of someone else, at the expense of someone's hopes, you know. I'm not saying this person is innocent. There is a bit of naivety here. But that doesn't mean it's okay for this person to take advantage. And that pisses me off. And it kind of makes me wonder if there's somebody who's younger in this dynamic, too. And that may be why someone's being taken advantage of. Or just someone doesn't have that much experience with relationships. Because I wonder if this person said and did the right things without the intention. You know, some people do that. They like getting attention, you know. Now, let me find out about the person that I'm required to love. If once they find out, I don't know who this resonates with, but I don't know what cards are going to come out, but I hope that if you do find something out, that this is what allows you to see things clearly and release yourself from this connection. Because what I really want to check is what good is coming towards you once you move away from this energy. Because I hope that you are able to detach and disengage from this person so that you can open yourself up to meeting somebody new. And for me, I can understand how hard it is to release somebody, especially when you have deep emotions for them. But the thing is, I also understand the pain that you're going to experience with trying to let go and trying to hold on to something that is not meant for you to hold on to, that you're meant to release. Because I understand that myself. And I'll tell you, I stood in something longer than I needed to. I will tell you, I stood in something a year longer than I needed to. And I hurt myself in the process, emotionally, even mentally, and even physically. you know? So I want to look at what good is coming towards you if you were to move away or disconnect from this person. That's what I want. I want you to know what good is out there for you. That's my intention. So if a bad card or what they consider a bad card comes out, I'm going to read that as the reverse of it, the opposite of it. So that's what you do with what's good, what good is coming towards you. You read, even if like a sad card, like a Three of Swords comes out, that means in the good, what's good coming towards you, and it's a Three of Swords, you're going to heal. You know, that's how I'm going to read it. And it's not being optimistic because I'm looking at it. We're looking at what good is out there for you. Just for you to have something good to look forward to and to put yourself in higher spirits. If this situation resonates with you and you feel like you're losing hope, you know? So this is to provide you a source of optimism for you and for you to consider what it is good that you want, you know? What it is good that you want to receive, you want to experience, you know? So, because the way this person seems, they're like, who wants to deal with this negative energy, you know? This person seems like they need to do a lot of work to fix themselves before they can actually be someone that is worthy of being with you. Okay, so what good is coming towards you? Somebody who is a person of value. Someone who is secure, abundant, loving, compassionate. The Emperor is, remember, the king of all kings. He embodies all the kings. So he is very disciplined, very not controlling, you know, but in the worst sense he could be. Like, I think the Emperor came out with this asshole. But this is someone who's a healthy person who creates, who builds, you know, builds empires. He's a king in his own world, you know. He's an emperor in his own world. He built a life for himself. And this could be somebody that you could build a life with too. You know, somebody stable, reliable, secure, abundant. Someone who knows how to balance their life, knows how to go with the flow. It's definitely balanced. You see the yin and yang with the Two of Pentacles. Somebody who balances their time, their resources, their money, and you can have a balanced reciprocal relationship with. What else? What good does the collective on this side? King of Pentacles, somebody steady, reliable, worthy. And I said somebody, this person could have their own business. They could be very successful in what they do. And remember, success is subjective. You know, everybody has their own idea of success. But for them, they feel successful. You may even see them as successful, you know. And for some of you, you may have two options, you know, because the way I have the cards here, some of you may have two people coming towards you, because look how the cards came out. The first card that came out was the Emperor, right? Oh my gosh, right? And Emperor energies, you know. And then you see the feminine is in the middle. You don't have to be a feminine. You could just resonate. We're looking at the people in the pictures. And so this could be a masculine, this could be two feminines with the Emperor and the King. Because remember, we embody both energies. But some of you may have options. And you may be having people who are of value, who are your options, you know, people who are reliable, who are successful. It could be a successful man, a successful woman. It's depending on what floats your boat. So you may have a choice between two people, but you're going to have amazing choices. You don't have to, you're not getting no Timu options, you know. I don't know how you say Timu. What good is coming towards when they disconnect from this manipulator? What good is coming towards them? Two of Cups. Look at that. I feel like when you open yourself up, like you heal, you move away from the situation, you see things clearly, you may already have these options available, but you didn't see it because you were busy enthralled with this piece of shit, you know? A literal piece of shit. So, Two of Cups, we have somebody who is going to be, well, I want to say, it could be a Leo for some of you. Because the Two of Cups does have the lion there. Enduring bond, someone that you have an enduring bond with, love, loyalty, security, protective. You'll be protective of your relationship. You'll be protective of each other. This person will be protective of you and your feelings. They may be very open with their feelings. You and this person could see success together in this connection. You know, you have a very successful connection because of that openness and honesty that you have with each other. The King of Cups, someone who's emotionally mature, compassionate. So you have a King of Pentacles, you got a King of Cups, you got the Emperor. I mean, the Emperor, if you don't, like, some of you could have options. You got up to 3 options. Or it could just be, there's one person who who naturally embodies and exudes the King of Cups and King of Pentacles energy. And remember, it could be feminine, okay? Remember, feminine can embody the, like, Seven of Pentacles, somebody that is willing to put the time and effort to build a connection, you know, invest in you, invest in your relationship. Look, what didn't I say 3 swords? Your heart is going to heal. What good is coming towards you? You're going to be dropping those swords from your heart, and you're going to be moving forward, and you're going to be experiencing healing. And this could be something that happens before you are aware of these options that are around you. You're going to be learning, probably seeing things clearly and getting information. Maybe the information you're finding is what's going to allow you to be like to evaluate and look back on maybe even what you've done in the past. But it's meant to help you heal. It's meant to show you where you should invest your efforts, where you should invest your emotions, your love, and, you know, and you're going to learn and do better, and, you know, look for the signs, be more discerning. Because whatever this situation was, it is going to change you, or has changed you in some way. When you look at the butterflies, you know, it has shown you the truth, and the truth is transformative. The truth is freeing. So when you find out this truth, this is most likely going to help you heal, but also cut out any of those illusions that you may have created yourself, or maybe this person also contributed to, they fed into. And then the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. This is what a new beginning is, and this is where you have this opening where you're going to be aware of these options. The people who are around you, who are interested in you, who are mature and healthy, steady, reliable, honest. I spilled the deck and we got the Fool card. It's a new beginning, you know? It's going to be a new beginning for some of you. It's like once you go through the healing process and you look back, and some of you may have those moments where you're like, damn, I really messed up. I did too much. I should have never, you know, but there's nothing you could do. You can't take back what you've done, how you've invested your time. I mean, of course, there's ways of pulling back your energy. And the best way to do that is to no longer feed this monster, you know, that you may have been dealing with, you know. And you're reinvesting it into yourself. But you can't be too hard on yourself, especially if you're still, you know, you're a little bit naive. You may be a little bit naive, and maybe it was running on like your fantasies, hoping that things will work out the way you hope because of all the time and energy you put towards something. But, you know, if the other person doesn't want the same thing, then maybe that's what you're going to find out. Maybe this person will eventually say something. But I feel like this person's a coward, because if you have to ask them they will say no rather than just telling you no and just wasting your fucking time and energy. But we do have to be accountable for our own actions. We have to take accountability that maybe we didn't see the signs, and I say we because I was in a situation that I got out of last year. You know, so you can't be too hard on yourself. You know, sometimes we gotta learn lessons the hard way. Unfortunately, um, what those lessons, they teach us how to protect ourselves better. Like if you see something in the future, then to like take that sword and just like like just strike it down, like not today, Satan. Don't entertain anybody who isn't worthy of entertaining. But it's like once you go through this healing process and you see things clearly and you allow yourself to have this new beginning and with a new perspective and a new understanding and wisdom, because we do gain wisdom from these experiences, you're going to open yourself up to a world of opportunities and a new beginning. And it could be you're going to be exploring your options. You may be seeing that you do have options. I don't like saying people are options, but what I mean is you're going to see that there are a lot of people who are interested in you, but they're genuinely interested in you. And if you take the time to get to know them and learn about them with the Page of Swords, but make sure not to get your emotions entangled in the situation, then you're going to see who's going to be the best match for you. It could be one person who embodies both the King and Cups and the King of Pentacles, or remember, forget the fact that I'm saying King, like the Pentacles energy or the Cups energy, but or it could just be three different people who have interest in you. Like I said, I have this post that says, I forgot what it said, but if you look at my shorts, it's a quote I wrote. I said something about there may be somebody waiting for their turn to show you what real love is supposed to be. It's a quote I wrote, I think in 2022, because I channeled messages that way. And it's a part of my Musings by Tan Instagram account. I haven't really been doing that lately. Haven't done it in a while, but I feel like that if some of you already experienced this situation where it was a one-sided, unrequited love situation, allow yourself the time to heal, to learn. Maybe you take time to evaluate your part in the situation, because remember, if you experience this dynamic again, remember, it's you experiencing the dynamic again. So there's something, a part of you that's putting yourself in these situations where you're meeting the same types of manipulative, greedy, energy sucking people, who take, they want attention, but they have no intention of building, or they may even be leading you on. So it's important for you to be honest with yourself and allow yourself the time and patience to heal. This is something that cannot be rushed. You shouldn't feel rushed to do this, and I don't think any of these guys or girls that may be coming towards you are going to rush you. I think that they're already around. It's just that you're not seeing them because you're still maybe either in the throes of being entangled with this person, or you're still in the healing process and still, sorting through your emotions and reflecting on your own actions. But some of you may need to do that too, and this is what's going to be healing to you. And I say, don't be hard on yourself. Forgive yourself. What they say, you don't know until you learn something. You learn what you know. There's a quote. My other phone is dying, and I don't want to look it up. But sometimes you didn't know better, so now you know better, and you could do better next time. Protect yourself better. Be more aware and discerning. Even catch yourself in those moments where you want to feel those feelings again. Be like, no, I gotta protect myself. But it's in a healthy way, not like I don't believe in love, no one's gonna love me or whatever. Not that negative feeling. And I'm telling you, I've been in that place, and I have to remind myself that, yeah, who loves me? I love me, and God loves me. Your family loves you. The people who are there for you, they love you. This person doesn't seem like they're there for you. So obviously they don't love you. So I think for some of you, this could be happening very quickly. You know, this development, this information, or maybe this message that I'm giving you is helping you to see things clearly and look at things from a different perspective, but then also is giving you hope that there is something to look forward to in the future once you get past whatever this is. And I truly hope that that does happen for you, because I don't think it's right that somebody's like this, and that's what they're gonna have to deal with. I believe in karma, so karma's a bitch, motherfucker, you know. But if you do the work, you got good things coming for you, especially with love. Now, if it isn't love, some of you, I want to read it a different way. Some of you could be having other opportunities coming towards you, and it could be like with a new job. You know, you have a new job opportunity that's going to be aligned to something that you really care about, that you love. Because if you're pulling back your energy, then you start to reinvest it in yourself. It could be this Two of Pentacles energy could be like you can have multiple job opportunities that may be coming towards you, and you may be at this place like you're trying to decide what is the best option for you, like what is going to bring you more growth and prosperity. You know, it could be something new, where you're going to be learning new information. It could be a totally new field for you. What else? But it's also going to be like it's going to, whatever opportunities, it's like once you, it doesn't have to be a lot, but whatever these opportunities that may be coming towards you, they may be leading you to success, leading you to, you know, some sort of forward momentum, maybe possibly allowing you to have a new home, be able to have a, you know, start to build and grow something for yourself, more stability. This may also, I would say, be in a way like a constructive distraction for you. You know, it could be even you starting some sort of new hobby. You know, because sometimes when you go through situations like this, you're like, fuck love, I want money. You know, like love ain't gonna pay my bills. Love ain't gonna pay for the vacations. Love ain't gonna pay for the Prada bag or Chanel glasses or whatever you want, you know? You'll be like, fuck that, you know, for some of you. Some of you may even be bossing up in some way, you know? It could be, but I just feel like there's something good for you on the other side of this. It's just, you know, a matter of you allowing yourself the time to heal from this situation. So I hope this reading was helpful to you in some way and gives you some sort of insight, guidance, confirmation about a situation that you may be dealing with, or this may resonate with someone that may be around you who may be going through this situation. So if you feel like it does resonate with someone, or you know, if it resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you feel like it resonates with someone that you may know, then feel free to share the message with them, help them escape this person, or maybe this is something somebody needs to hear about themselves if they're this piece of shit person. You know, I don't mind. You know. You letting them know. So I hope all of you have a great day or evening ahead. I'm going to be ending this reading right now. And like I said, I hope this reading resonates with you in the best way possible. And if it does, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'm sending you lots of love and light and healing. And I truly hope that everything works out in your favor. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care, everyone. Bye.